Coming up on the Extra Point, we'll hear WKU Athletic Director Todd Stewart respond to athletic shutdowns.
And we'll give you an update on the postponement of the Tokyo Olympics here on the Extra Point.
The Extra Point.
Welcome into the Extra Point. I'm John Reynolds.
And I'm Jillian Ryan. Thank you for joining us. And as you can see, we are doing our best working from home, but we're very excited to get the show going. What do you say, John?
That's right, Jillian. Let's just jump right in.
All right, let's do it. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues, everyone is being affected, including collegiate athletes across the country. Reporter Jeff Gibson has the latest for how athletics at WKU are being impacted.
Here on the campus of WKU, it feels more like summertime than a normal spring semester day. I'm right here in front of EA Diddle Arena, where normally the women's volleyball team will be practicing. However, that's not the case, with the NCAA ruling deciding to cancel all spring sports. So with that being said, there's been hundreds of student athletes that are no longer participating in any sports here on campus, not just here on campus, but throughout the country. With so many things up in the air, Athletic Director Todd Stewart talks about the upcoming challenges when it comes to this upcoming fall, as well as this spring semester.
We are planning on obviously all that being back to normal. If it's not, then certainly we'll adjust accordingly. But right now, most of our discussions are really just on getting through this period before the fall.
Along with that, many adjustments are being contemplated by the NCAA. One of those things that they're talking about is the possibility of another year of eligibility for the seniors who are in the spring semester sports. Those sports have been since been canceled.
The NCAA is officially granting an extra year of eligibility for spring sport athletes. All NCAA spring sport events were suspended indefinitely in efforts to reduce the spread of COVID-19. Division I spring sports include baseball, softball, lacrosse, and track and field. The NCAA Division I Council voted to grant an extra year of eligibility to spring sport athletes, as well as give current seniors flexibility with scholarship funds. The Council's decision does not grant extra eligibility for winter sports, such as basketball, swimming, and gymnastics, due to most of the regular season being already completed.
WKU men's basketball coach Rick Stansberry also expressed his heartbreak for Hilltopper Nation following the cancellation of postseason play.
Disappointed for, players, fans, and everybody involved. But at the same time, do we understand? Absolutely. This is something that's much bigger than athletics right now.
Though the season came to a bitter halt, the WKU men's basketball team finished the season with a winning record and a promising future. The top secured 20 wins and 10 losses, with 13 of those wins coming in Conference USA play. Some of their toughest wins came when they outlasted the likes of Arkansas, La Tech, and UTSA. Following the conclusion of the season, junior Tavion Hollingsworth and redshirt senior Jared Savage were named to the NABC All-District teams. Only 11 players are selected for this honor in Conference USA. Teammates such as forward Carson Williams also received all CUSA third-team honors, and guard Jordan Rawls finding a spot on the all-freshman team. WKU basketball has yet to release their upcoming season schedule. Also, the Hilltoppers have acquired the commitment from four-star point guard Zion Harmon. Zion Harmon is a local product from Benton, Kentucky, and Marshall County High School, also having played previously at Adair County High School and Bowling Green High School in Bowling Green. Now, Harmon also has played on the Team USA circuit and the AAU circuit, most notably with Boo Williams' AAU team. Harmon is a four-star recruit, as we mentioned, also was looking at schools like Louisville, Maryland, Kansas, and Seton Hall.
The WKU women's team shared in the success this past season with overcoming adversity and clinching a winning record. After beginning their season with an injured starter, the Lady Tops finished with an impressive record of 22-7. The team also had a noteworthy 10-game winning streak towards the end of the season, all over conference opponents. Junior Raheem El-Dagawi secured a spot on the all-conference first team, and redshirt Dee Givens earned all defensive honors. Givens is ranked 4th in all-time career steals for the WKU women's program. The Lady Tops will hit the court next season without the help of Whitney Creech, Dee Givens, Alexis Brewer, and Sandra Skinner. WKU has yet to release the upcoming season schedule. So, the Final Four should have been and would have been this weekend if it wasn't for all the cancellations, and then with the championship on Monday. But before any of that could happen, we need to have conference tournament time, and CUSA tournament was being held in Frisco, Texas, and I know you and a couple others from the show were already down there when the tournament got canceled. So can you just tell me what was going through your head, your emotions, when you felt getting down there, the excitement, and then how you felt when the tournament got canceled?
Well, all in all, it was a great experience to be there. I was very honored to have the privilege to go to Frisco. Myself, Noah McGee, Andrew Brumfield all had the opportunity to do so. We were excited. We were ready to go. I mean, Hilltoppers basketball was running high going into that tournament, had a good chance of possibly running the table. You know, a lot of good competition there. I mean, you're at the Star. You're just down the road from Jerry's World in Dallas. I mean, it's just crazy amount of hype going into the event. People everywhere you looked. Great food to have. We ate plenty of that. It was a wonderful time. But yeah, the emotions were a little running high, like I said, going into it, and then the coronavirus kind of took its toll across the country and across all the landscapes of sports, and tournaments back and forth getting canceled. Or first off, it was just, you know, fans not being able to attend. So in our mind, we were going to be some of the only people watching sports in general in the entire country. So that was our mindset first. And then when the cancellations come down, it was just a whole onslaught of well, let's pack our things up and go. We didn't even get to see a Western game, but as we said, it was a great opportunity to be there and just see good basketball the day that we did. But the times that we experienced is something we'll never forget.
So by the time you did get down to Frisco, you were able to see at least one game, correct?
That's right. We got to see UAB and UTSA get to play, and the winner of that one would have played Western. So we were kind of doing a little scouting, seeing some of the local talent. You know, Loven plays for UAB, is from the Franklin Simpson area, went to Franklin Simpson High School, so it was good to see kind of a local product down there as well. But it was a fun game to watch. The UAB and UTSA game kind of built your excitement up for the possible matchup the eventful matchup with Western next, but just didn't materialize. It was unfortunate.
It just didn't get to happen. Well, it's still very exciting. You got the chance to go, and I know you're a senior, so unfortunately you won't be able to go next year to the tournament, which that's even more devastating. But, you know, at least we have next year to look forward to now.
That's right. And like I said, Noah McGee and Drew Brumfield and myself had a great time, and it was great getting to enjoy that time with them. Like I said, something we'll never forget, and it's something that'll be in our memory for the rest of our life.
Coming up on The Extra Point, we'll take a look at how the coronavirus is affecting baseball here in Bowling Green.
And we'll cue you in on the future of the Tokyo Summer Olympics.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear. Because for 75 years, he's only said,
only you can prevent wildfires.
But there's a lot more to say. Like, if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother and... I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Sports leagues across the world are suffering financially due to the coronavirus. Reporter Haley Schoengart discovers how minor league baseball here in Bowling Green is being affected.
For the first time in nearly 2 decades, the sports world has been shaken to the core. All sporting events came to an abrupt stop due to the coronavirus outbreak. According to Stanford University, professional sports contribute to over $14 billion to our economy. With no games to be played, tickets to be purchased, or concessions to be eaten, the professional sports industry has taken a huge hit, to say the least. Bowling Green Hot Rods General Manager Eric Leach says this pandemic's timing could not have been worse.
It's extremely difficult because of the fact that we make the vast majority of our money in that 6 months.
Yeah.
We're coming off of our off season, ramping everything up, made all the purchases, getting ready. So it's had a dramatic impact, not only to Hot Rods, but the additional 125 events that we run out here.
Leach says the Hot Rods will eventually take the field, hopefully sometime this summer. But as of now, the future start date is still up in the air.
The MLB and minor league baseball have postponed their seasons for an unspecified amount of time. The economy is facing some of its worst days in over a decade due to closures and cancellations from COVID-19. This includes restaurants, theaters, and sporting events nationwide. I traveled to Churchill Downs to see how delaying the greatest 2 minutes in sports will affect Louisville.
Normally this area behind me would be filled with people cheering and sipping mint juleps, but as you can see, I'm the only one here, and on May 2nd, there will be absolutely no one here, because right now, the CDC is saying it's best for groups larger than 10 not to gather for the next 8 weeks, and because of that, the Derby has been postponed to September the 5th. This is only the second time in history the Derby's been moved. The first was because of the war 75 years ago.
If it is, then I think we'll be fine. I mean, because it's at the time of the year where everybody's probably not wanting to be here anyway, because they're trying to be out with their family or something like that. But a lot of people are here, even on Mother's Day.
The blanket of red roses will just have to wait a few more months before they are given to the new Derby champion.
The coronavirus outbreak is changing the timeline for some major off-season sports events. Mila Pazmino has the story of one former Hilltopper who is preparing for his NFL Pro Day in the midst of a shutdown.
Colleges, facilities, and gymnasiums have been locked down, leaving student athletes with no option to use equipment for their practice and training. There is one major concern for some of the senior athletes hoping to become professional players. That is the postponing of the league events that have been already announced. One of those events is the NFL Pro Day. Ben Holt is a former linebacker and ex-captain at Western Kentucky University. He is now 5th-year senior at Purdue and directly affected by all these new changes.
For all teams, obviously it affects, specifically for football, it affects our spring ball, which is huge in development of, the chemistry of the team.
Practicing social distancing, the ex-Hilltopper and now Boilermaker has been working out by his own.
Fortunate enough to, some people who lend me some equipment so I can continue my workouts. Obviously, I don't have the most complete weight room. It's a little garage, but garage with, a couple things in it. But it's definitely sufficient. It's definitely, a good, little setup, and I'm really fortunate to have that.
As of now, all the pro days have been canceled. However, student athletes like Holt will continue to train and get ready to showcase their talent to the NFL.
The NFL announced it will allow teams to conduct phone interviews with NFL draft prospects up until the day before the draft. The Tokyo Summer Olympics are now set to take place in 2021. The games are slated for the same time as originally planned, from July 23rd to August 8th, but now in 2021. Organizers discussed moving the games to the spring, however, it clashed with the upcoming European soccer and North American sporting events. The Paralympics have been postponed as well, getting pushed back to August 24th of 2021, and this is the first time since World War II that the Summer Olympics have been postponed. Coming up on the Extra Point, we'll recognize perhaps the most deserving hero on the hill in Extra Point history.
And all the cancellations and postponements won't stop us from going for two after the break.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
Kevin, I need that back.
No.
Kevin!
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother,
Yes.
you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included and I knew that I was going to be okay.
This week's Hero on the Hill goes to the hardworking and tightly knit WKU community. The students, professors, staff, alumni, and fans define the spirit that makes WKU so special. The people of WKU cheer each other on, pick one another up, and pursue the highest form of excellence in all facets of life. Though this time of separation and distance is difficult to endure, it will only make the community stronger. Congratulations, WKU. You are this week's Hero on the Hill. And now it's our favorite part, going for two. Right now there's absolutely no sports going on. So many people are just itching to turn on their TV, go to a game, whatever. But sadly, that can't happen because of coronavirus. But I did hear there are a lot of online gaming tournaments happening this weekend, John. And I heard one is NASCAR is transitioning to iRacing for this weekend. And when I think of that, all I think is just drivers just sitting on their couch in front of their TV with like a Mario Kart Wii steering wheel that we used to play when we were kids. How's that working out for them?
Well, it's like I said, it's a new concept for some of the racers that are actually usually been in a car on a race, running hundreds of miles per race. And this is kind of a different concept for them. So like you said, some of them are playing with more of the simple, maybe not as simple as the Wii console, just kind of a steering wheel, but a lot of them have these huge simulators that wrap around them completely. It could be 2 to 3 computers, and they're seeing exactly what's going on in the game. It's completely a model of what they see in an actual race. So, and they have everything rigged up. They're having like a seat cut out, like exactly what they would sit in a real race. They got everything, exactly how it would be if they were in a real car. But some, as you said, are kind of playing with a simpler model. Like the actual winner of this past week's race, Timmy Hill, he was noted to have kind of the cheapest model, I guess, because some of them are thousands of dollars. He just had like a normal desktop steering wheel, and he was playing on his desktop computer, and he ended up winning the race. So it doesn't always amount to have the most money to win a race. You just have to have the best skill behind the sticks.
That is just keeping them active and keeping them doing what they love. And so that was the first. And the second one, I knew that Madden football, there was a little tournament that happened just this past weekend. And kind of following that a little bit. And Deshaun Jackson had to forfeit his video game tournament. But there was only 8 players that was with that one. So not a lot of publicity happening over there in Madden, but there is a lot of publicity going on with this upcoming tournament with NBA 2K.
That's right. This coming weekend, actually starting today, it's the NBA 2K tournament on ESPN and ESPN2. We got 16 players, some of the best in the league and some of the bright shining stars. But all that really doesn't matter when you're playing a video game. Like we said, they're rated 1 through 16, and Kevin Durant's the top rated player with a 96 overall rating in the game. And each player has to choose 8 different teams to possibly play on, because if they go all the way to the finale, they'll have played with 8 different teams. So they have to set those aside at the beginning. And it's something that's not ever been seen. I mean, a lot of these guys play video games in the off season or in their free time and their leisure time, but now getting to do it on center stage on ESPN, it could be a whole different ballgame, especially for Durant. He's the 96 overall rated player in the game, but he may be the least skilled video game player going up against Derek Jones, who's 76 overall in the game. So it's not really going to matter in terms of your in-game prowess. It's what's going to be like behind, like we said with the NASCAR, behind the sticks, how skilled you are.
Yeah, and exactly. And I was looking at that ratings list, and I know Donovan Mitchell was ranked around 5, kind of in the top. He's part of the Jazz team that had to be in quarantine for testing positive for coronavirus. So I can imagine in his downtime he's probably been playing some video games. I think I might have heard him say that in a press or like a Zoom call that happened. So, like you said, I think he could be prepared for it. But I'm not going to lie, I am going to have a little bit of Louisville bias. I was born and raised in Louisville, Montrezl Harrell and Donovan Mitchell going into this 2K tournament. So, I think I'll definitely watch it, because I'm sure like the rest of us, we've been dying to watch some basketball. It's hosting March Madness time right now. And plus, the winner is a $100,000 donation to help coronavirus patients and the donations, whatever else they're doing with it. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and in the end, the end-all be-all is that donation to help those in need right now. But kind of to piggyback off of your Louisville fandom, I'm a UK fan at heart. Love my Hilltoppers too, though. But UK has got Devin Booker and DeMarcus Cousins in this tournament. So I might be pulling for those guys. But Donovan Mitchell may be a guy to put your money on if you're looking for somebody to get behind, because he's had that downtime, that leisure time to play a lot of video games, as you said.
Now, I never really grew up playing 2K, but my family and my brothers, we were a big Madden family, so that's what I'd have my money on personally if I was playing in this tournament. What about you? What did you grow up with?
Well, growing up as a teenage boy, you play a lot of Madden, play a lot of 2K, but I'm a big baseball guy, so I always loved the MLB The Show. I loved a lot of NASCAR games as well, but anything I can get my hands on that was sports related was a lot of fun. So I would love to be a part of tournaments like these. I know that 2K, Madden, things like that have tournaments going on all the time with a lot of esports players, but to see guys that are on the court or behind a wheel usually get to play a video game for fun, have a good time, and have it be broadcast on the ESPN is just a sight to see. And it's something we wouldn't get if we weren't in times like these.
Right, because normally would be playing to the real basketball in March Madness. So exactly. So definitely be a fun sight to see. But unfortunately, that is all the time we have for this week. Thank you for dealing with us working from home. We are so excited to bring this show to you this week. And as always, it's up and it's